Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be creating these beautiful baby blue and jelly nails with butterflies that you see there. So I'm starting off going through and choosing the size of my nails. I wanted to go a size up in these nails because I knew that I was going to be applying a good amount of product, and I just wanted to make sure that after curing for so many times that the nail will still fit. So now, as you can see, I am going through and taking that blue putty. I'm rolling it around in my fingers because I want to soften it up a little so it can be easier to stick to, and I'm sticking those to the tip of the hook and applying my nail tips. These are like a long, not super long, but you can say medium to long length coffin nails, and I purchased these tips from Amazon. I'll make sure I leave all of the details of the products that I'm using in today's video in the description box down below. So now I'm going in and I'm buffing the surface of the nail. I want to make sure that I am removing that shiny layer so I can give my gel polish a really good surface to adhere to. You want the surface to be smooth but rough. You don't want it to be shiny, you know? So I'm getting the sides and turning it around, making sure that I'm getting all that shininess off. Now you see me go in with a file and go towards the inside of the nail and file off those numbers that come on the full cover press-ons. You don't want those showing through your jelly colors at all, so make sure you just take the extra time and take that step. Take a nail file, even if you have a drill bit, and remove that. So I'm going in with the buffer, as you can see, on all the nails, and I am buffing the surface of that nail off. Making sure I'm removing that shiny layer like we said earlier. You don't want that. You want to make sure that your base coat, your gel polish, has a really nice, abrasive, rough, not bumpy, but rough layer, not a super shiny layer. So now I'm going in with my fan brush and I'm just removing all of that excess dust. It's polish time, so I'm going in with my base coat, and I am taking that base coat and I am polishing the entirety of the nail. And you see I'm making sure that I wipe the sides for any excess gel polish that may have run off the sides and underneath the nail. And you see I take my brush and I also go backwards, just making sure that I get every inch of the nail, even all the way back to the cuticle. And now I'm going to proceed with making sure I apply that base coat thoroughly to all of the rest of my nails. And as I'm applying each coat of gel polish, I am curing in my LED lamp for 30 seconds. Now I'm going in with this beautiful blue jelly polish that I also got in a set from Amazon. I'll make sure I leave that information in the description box for you down below. This polish was just so beautiful. I really enjoyed working with it. The first layer was just that blue, that clear blue was just amazing to look at. So each coat, I'm going in and making sure that I cure it in my LED lamp for 30 seconds. And I'm making sure that I get that excess gel polish off the sides of my nails, because you don't want that to get all clumped up beneath the nail. It's just going to make it really hard to adhere your nail to your natural nail when it is a time to, apply your press on. So you just want to make sure you clean up those sides, and plus it's really neat as well too. Alright, now I'm going to go in with my second coat of jelly polish, and I am only applying this jelly polish to my thumbnail, my middle fingernail, on my ring finger, and as well as my pinky. My index finger is going to be a solid color baby blue. This jelly polish is just, it's so beautiful, you guys. Like, I just could not stop admiring, especially when I applied the second coat. It just turned out to be this stained glass, beautiful royal blue that I became absolutely obsessed with. So I'm making sure that I'm curing each layer of gel polish in my LED lamp for 30 seconds. Wiping that excess off the sides, of course. And I try to apply a very thin layer. Sometimes I can get a bit heavy-handed, but it's all good. I don't get too heavy-handed. I don't, but sometimes I can, because, I want the consistency of the polish to be even throughout the nail, and I want that color to show up evenly throughout each part of the nail. So sometimes I might go in with a little extra stroke to make sure that, we see that consistency throughout. All right, so I'm all done at this point applying the second coat of jelly polish. So I'm going to stick that in the lamp and cure it. And now I'm going in with my baby blue polish that I got in that set I was telling you guys about in my previous video from Amazon that came with about 23 to 24 polishes. And I'm applying that to my index finger. I'm applying the first coat, and it's just so pretty. Like, I really didn't expect these colors to coordinate the way that they did, but I think I made a good choice. So I stuck that one into my LED lamp to cure. Then I'm moving on to the next finger and applying that beautiful baby blue polish, making sure I get backwards to the cuticle area. And I'm going in and applying that second coat of that polish. And as you can see, it's just so pretty. I liked that it wasn't super, it was a little translucent. I like that it wasn't too pigmented. I could have probably went in with another coat and it could have been really pigmented, but like I said, I didn't really want to apply too much product because I knew that I was going to be doing some nail art on this particular nail. So I didn't mind the opacity. I think it went really well with the design overall. So yep. So right there you see I added a little more. So now I'm going in with my top coat on the nails that I'm not going to be applying any nail art on. And as you can see, I flip it upside down and I apply some top coat because where I filed the nail became a little rough, and you can see that through the jelly nail. So I flipped it over and made sure that I applied some of the top coat to give it that glassy effect, you know, to kind of give it that finishing touch. So now I'm going to be choosing my butterflies. See, I'm pointing to the ones I'm going to be using. And I'm going to take a couple from that set as well. So you just want to cut these and make sure that you remove the top layer. I made that mistake a couple times doing this set. I did not remove the top sticky layer that you see me do here. I forgot a couple times after this. And it was impossible to take off because it got stuck once I submerged it in the water. And you want to submerge these stickers for about 10 to 20 seconds. And then I just take my tweezers and I slide that onto the nail where I want that butterfly to be placed. And I just take my tweezers and my fingers and kind of move it around to my liking. And then I take one of my nail art brushes and kind of smooth the layer of the sticker onto the nail. And now you see me repeating that step, doing the same thing here. Just using my finger a little bit more because it was easier to manipulate the sticker versus the brush. And like I said, these nails are not for clients. These are for me. So, you know, leaving smudges and things like that doesn't really bother me too much because I just wipe them off. So I'm going in with my other stickers that I chose for my jelly nails. And these were like a monarch blue sticker that I chose for this one. I honestly wish I chose a sticker that contrasts a little bit more. But hey, you learn as you create your nail art, what works and what doesn't work. So next time I'll probably use a lighter blue on these nails and then a darker blue on the other ones. So as you can see, I made sure I dipped that in the water for about 10 to 20 seconds. And with this one, it was a little bit smaller, so I used my dotting tool to manipulate that and move that around to where I needed it to be because it was so small. I didn't want to mess it up, like pinch it or anything with my fingers. So now I'm going to be applying some crystals to my nails, and I got this really cool dotting tool with some extra wax pen heads included with it. So I got it from Amazon. I'm going in now with the Modelones nail glue gel, and I applied that to the base of the cuticle in this nail and in the middle because that's where I wanted to apply my stones. You see I'm taking the dotting tool end of that wax pen and just moving the stones where I want it to be, or the crystals, whichever you like to call it. And so the pattern that I had in mind was kind of a bigger stone in the middle of the cuticle area, then 2 medium-sized stones, and then 2 smaller stones on the outside, kind of giving it an arch effect, as you can see here. So I'm taking that dotting tool and placing those and submerging those into that nail glue. I did apply a considerable amount because I wanted to make sure that they just kind of sunk into place into that nail glue. I forgot to apply top coat prior to applying my crystals on this particular nail, and I also think on my other index finger as well, but it's all good. I go in later on and I apply that top coat. And I thought this top coat was no wipe, but it's not a no wipe top coat. Big mistake on my part. I do have one, but I don't know why I thought in this set it was a no wipe top coat. It definitely leaves a tacky layer. and I had to go in and wipe it off. So it was a little counterproductive. So make sure that you use a no wipe top coat when you are applying crystals or using it to apply crystals, because I made that mistake. It wasn't a huge mistake, but it was just a pain to try to get around the crystals and trying to wipe it off. So make sure you use a no wipe top coat. So as you can see, I'm using my wax pen and I'm picking up those crystals and applying them where I want them to be on the nails. And I kind of pushed it back out of frame because I needed to see a little bit closer. So my apologies for that. So I am going in with the wax pen and applying some blue and clear crystals onto the ring finger. I wanted to kind of create a crystal raindrop effect, I guess. That's what I was going for. So I'm just placing these stones wherever I see fit. I didn't really have an idea in my head. I'm just placing them where as I go. So as you can see in this part, you see me where I applied the glue and then I applied the top coat, and now I am adhering those stones and making sure they sink down nicely into that top coat and nail glue, Modelones nail glue. So yeah, this was a little hard having to wipe that tacky layer off after curing, but thankfully those stones were so sunken in there. I didn't have any kind of compromise with the design. No stones fell out or anything like that. And when you're curing nail glue, I definitely cured it for longer than 30 seconds. I cured it for about, honestly, probably a minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes, because that nail glue is really thick. So you want to make sure that light penetrates and gets it nice and hard. And now you see me going through and applying some no wipe top coat that I had. I used one of my nail brushes and I'm applying that over the nails that I had to, wipe off. So anyway, that's it. This is the set. Look how they turned out. They turned out so pretty. I'm really, really happy with this set. I enjoyed creating it and they look so good on my nails. Check those out, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with your friends. Tell them to check out this beginner creating her press-ons. I hope I inspire you to create press-on nails, because in this time of the pandemic, having to go to the nail shop can be a bit of a pain. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks so much for watching.